The biggest and prettiest one always wins. For the horse show industry, this motto hits the mark. Judged on appearance, eye appeal, conformation, and athletic ability, horses must always look their best, even at the expense of the owner. Think how hard it is to bathe a dog. Now imagine keeping your horse clean. But how can horse owners possibly get those long manes and tails and slick coats? Sandra Yamas, owner and founder of Midway, Arkansas's Norman Equine Designs, commonly known in the horse industry as Beautiful Tails, has that answer. Sandra shares her story on how she developed a product that not only launched a 25-year business, but also changed the way the horse show industry manages their horses.
It was just becoming important what your horse looked like, more than just how he moved. That people started wanting beautiful tails on their horses, and, the show attire started, creating another market there. And I had a mare that I was showing that had an absolutely terrible tail. It was just one of those bushy, and it broke off so easily, so I was trying to figure out what I could do, to protect that tail, because every time I put a braid in it, I'd lose tail hair. Everybody was putting socks on their horses' tails at that time. There wasn't a commercial tail sack on the market. So anyway, I thought of some different ways, and I just sat down in the sewing machine one day and made one that would encompass the entire tail, and where you didn't have to braid it, you didn't have to do anything except have a sheet on a horse and I figured out a way to attach that tail sack to the sheet or the blanket. And it just seemed to work so well that I started showing it to people, and they said, "Man, that's really cool," And it made her tail look so pretty, and it was the only way that I ever got any growth, actually, it's by covering it completely. So that's kind of what started the company. I decided that it was something that was not out there, that other people could benefit from, and I decided to take it to the World Quarter Horse Show. And so I found people that would make it for me, And so in 1989, I went to the World Quarter Horse and sold lots and lots and lots of them. And Western Horseman always has a booth at the World Quarter Horse Show. And beknownst to me, I had no idea that they had bought some of these tail sacks. And so about after the show was over and everything, a couple of months passed by, or a month, and I was contacted by Western Horseman showing me or asking me if they could put this in their magazine as a new product on the market. Well, I was ecstatic. I thought that was really cool, and they took pictures of it and everything. And from there, when it came out into the Western Horseman, I started beginning to get calls from different distributors that wanted to carry the tail sacks. So that's really how it started.
Beautiful Tails designs were on the cutting edge of horse clothing and were the first on the market.
First tail sack, first spandex, and first Polartec product on a horse.
Equine retail companies such as KO Trading and Valley Vet carry Norman Equine Design products, with the highest amount of orders in the fall and spring seasons. Sandra's staff of 5 seamstresses work relentlessly throughout the year to produce the amount of products necessary for both company shipments and private orders.
Just turned our horse barn into a shop, and so that's kind of where we are still today. We've had to add on. We've had to add, we've had to add a lot of square footage, as the company grew, and it's still not huge.
Sandra's innovative imagination and creativity propelled a phenomenon that continues to thrive in today's horse industry. With Norman Equine Designs by your side, your horse will always have a beautiful tail.